Welcome to Tips Tuesday, and today we're going to be talking about writing neutral reviews. These are books that you get to, you didn't love them, didn't hate them. What do you rate them? 3 stars, 2 stars, 4 stars, and what do you say? Do you just say it? Didn't love it, didn't hate it. So-so book. Sometimes you don't have to review every book. If you're going to give it, but my general rule for me is if I'm going to do it 3 or below, I typically will at least say what negative and positive content, even if it's just a brief review. Below 3, definitely say what the negative content was. Nothing else so I can remember when I go to look at my Goodreads. But, you know, that's just me. But probably one of the hardest things is to write neutral reviews. And I actually have an example of the book, and I'm going to use it. And so I'm going to actually go back here. I'm going to move my Musketeer guy. And we're going to talk about these Rosanna White books. They're the Culper Ring series, and I really liked the Ring of Secrets. It was really original, really liked the main character, and just is Revolutionary War and a kind of fun romance that I really liked this book. It was a lot of fun. I actually liked Whispers from the Shadows almost more. It's kind of has Regency type stuff, but also pulled into America of the 1812 War. It was it dealt with kids of the main characters in this book, so it was really cool to pull those elements in. And I really liked the painting aspect. It was very, very fun and creative. I actually liked the second book better. Then we come to this book. I actually have, I think, a fairly neutral rating, unless I'd actually have to go back and look. I have neutral feelings about it now, but I was a little, some of it, still, amazing writer. I really want to read more of Rosanna White's books because she is a very talented author. But I honestly got ticked about a couple things in this book. One, didn't really connect with the main character, and that is a valid reason for not liking a book. It's not really a valid reason for hating on a book completely. Where by hating I just mean going on and on about not liking it. It's okay to say, didn't like it, don't care. But I didn't connect with the character, and that hurt the overall thing. But one of the problems with being a student of history is sometimes you have very strong opinions about certain things. And actually, I got really excited at this book because she started talking about both sides of the issue. Both sides of the North and South. This is a Civil War book. And she actually brought up a point that I wish more authors would talk about, and so I was getting so excited because she was talking about the fact of these extremely strong Christian generals with strong moral principles that were in the South, and then some of the highest level generals and a lot of the people in the North not having as high morals, and really honestly not having the same Christian stuff of the Christian upbringing, the Christian feelings, and not really adhering to the moral principles. It wasn't saying that all Southern generals were saints and all the Northern ones were bad guys. It just was bringing up the fact that, especially in the higher ranking generals, there did seem to be much stronger Christians on the Southern side than there were on the Northern side. I was really excited to see a book that actually explored this issue and really found it a difficult one, and I really liked that about this story. And then it kind of did this really quick thing. Well, it doesn't matter because I felt like it was just like the character said, well, it really doesn't matter because the North is against slavery. The South just want to, the only reason they're doing it is to keep their slaves. So it really doesn't matter who the good guys, bad guys are. It's just about this issue. And I nearly flung the book across the room because it was just like such a cheap answer to this issue that the author had really taken some time to drill down into, which, like I said, I'd been excited about. Personal issue, mainly because I feel I've read a lot of stuff on Civil War history. I think a lot of people don't take the time to see some of the real issues that were involved. They just look at the top level slavery issue and miss some of the much deeper things. So I'm pretty neutral on this book because, like I said, talented writing. I really did like a lot of the stuff she brought up, but some things ticked me. So I didn't love this book. How do you write a review about a book that you didn't like, or not didn't like, but just ended up kind of feeling neutral? There are a couple more books on this shelf that, yeah, I'm gonna pick. I do have Regina Jennings, but I really like some of her books, so on some of the others, and Holding the Fort is one of the ones that I have that I liked the story, was okay. No strong opinions one way or the other. So, how do you do it? Well, I'm going to tell you my method for how I do it. And this is how I do it. I will also do what I call a star count review. And it is when I do plus and negative signs and do stars. And most of my neutral reviews end up at 3 stars. But then I'll go through and think high level, what are the bullet points? So if I was doing a star for the review, I would go +1 star for the writing, +2 for intriguing concept, the 3rd star would be for really thinking about the content. Like I said, negative content because they connect with the negative 1 star because I didn't particularly care for the character. Negative another star because I got ticked with how some stuff was dealt with. That's what I call star count review. Really quick, neutral review. Holding the Fort, I ended up actually doing a full review because I got the book for review. Excuse me. I ended up doing a full review because I got it for review, but if I was going to do a star count, I would probably do +1 for neat writing content, +1 star for kids that were actually not terrors, +1 for likability. I did like it. -1 because religious content wasn't quite as strong as it could be, and negative another just because really overall I didn't really care by the end of it for the just didn't like I just apathy, kind of not care. So that's what I call a star count review. Another thing is just to be, you don't necessarily have to always write a review but about the things you're neutral on. But if you do write a negative review, but like it's going to be 3 stars, also do a positive. It always helps to like start. I would usually start out with negative and end with positive. I like it because you save the best for last. It's always my thing, and I'd rather get the negative out of the way and then tell about what's good. So when people finish the review, they remember what's good. So that's how I come to writing a neutral review. I hope this has been helpful. In the comments below, tell me what's a book you felt neutral about and how did you rate it?